Alright, welcome to your seventh, I think, video. And in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create those individual screens. So the first thing that I said to do is we need to make each screen or each state a separate class. So go ahead and click on your package, not that package, this one right here, Java Game. Right click, New Class, and name the first one, which was our first one, Menu, M-E-N-U, capital M. And make sure that you don't have the main method in this one. Finish. So this is the beginning of our menu class. Now do the exact same thing, but with a play class now. So right click, package, new class, and play. Looking good. So now what I want to do is actually start coding the menu class, and I'll talk you guys through which each part is. So of course our package, that's what package we're working with, Java Game. And what we need to do is actually import these two things from game.java. Copy. I could type them in, but I'm way too freaking lazy to do that. So import those two things from Slick, and now actually, I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and include each method that I need to include in this class. And in the upcoming tutorials, I'm going to fill in and show you guys how to work with each method. But now I just want to show you guys the very basics, how to create a very simple screen. So whenever you're creating a basic screen or basic state, what you need to do is you need to have your class inherit from a built-in class called basic game state. Makes sense, right? Of course. So after this, the only other thing that we need to do is we need to build, let me think, I think there's 5 different methods. The first one is the constructor, which public menu, and this one takes int state, which is of course that number, which is going to be, in this case, 0, because that's what ID number we assign menu. So of course that's the constructor, and it's the first method that we need to code whenever we decide to code this. The next one is a method that's built into Slick 2D that just helps Slick initialize crap that it needs. So public, and once I start coding this, you guys are going to have a better idea of what's going on. But public void init. Now init takes, okay, can't type today, game container GC, and it also takes state based game object, and this is SBG, or you actually can name your object anything you want, but you know, why not make it simple? Now, just like what was it? Oh, init states list in the game class, this one also throws a slick exception. So of course we might as well just go ahead and cheat, copy and paste, and there we go. So now we have two methods, the constructor in this init, which basically initializes a bunch of stuff that the class needs. Now after this we get to the good, you know, pretty much the good crap, because right now this is all housekeeping crap, constructors and initializing crap. This method right here, public void render, this is the method that first takes these two parameters, a game container and a state-based game, so we'll throw those in there first. Now this last object that it takes is actually a graphics object, and that is usually has the variable g, and that's kind of like the industry standard. So don't name yours anything else, because whenever you get a job working for someone drawing graphics in Java, they probably want you to name it g. And this also throws a slick exception. So copy this. So why did I say that this is a cool method? Well, this is the method that actually draws stuff on the screen. Say on our main menu we wanted to, I don't know, have it say, welcome to Ham Blaster. Well, this is where we're going to draw that text. Maybe we wanted to, you know, draw a picture of a ham blasting another ham. This is where we draw that. Render is basically draw stuff on the screen. And our graphics object is basically like a paintbrush where it draws everything that we want it to. Pretty sweet, huh? So now we're getting into the good stuff. Okay, I'm kind of feeling it now. This next method is also cool. Public void update. Now update takes 3 parameters, game container, state-based game, Copy, paste that crap in there. And the last one is int delta, and I'll explain that to you guys later on. And this throws a slick exception too. However, you know, if you're a cocky programmer and you just think you never make errors, you don't even really need exceptions, but we probably do. Okay, so I said that update is a cool method to. Oh, I got the hiccup slash burps. I hiccup once, then I burp once. Oh man, I amuse myself sometimes. So, anyways, what this method is going to be responsible for doing is updating the images on the screen. Why do we need to update them? Well, if we just have plain old images on the screen, then it wouldn't be very exciting. We need that crap to move around, crash into each other, shapes crashing into hams, and in order to have animation on our game, then the images actually need to update, which causes them to change location, which causes them to move around, giving it the illusion of animation. So that's how that works. Now this last method is actually a boring one. So you see how this was kind of cool, this was a little bit cooler, this was awesome, and this was amazing. Now, you know, I kind of built you guys up to bring you back down, because all this is going to do is going to be really simple. Public int get ID. Doesn't even take any parameters. It's just going to return the ID of this state. And remember, menu is 0, return 0, just like that. So basically, to recap one last time, actually, before we recap, we need to do something else. So this is pretty much the shell of a screen, the very basics of how you make a screen on your game. So of course, this is for the main menu. Go ahead and select all of this, copy this, and also paste it into your play class. Now, of course, we can't just paste it and say see ya, save it and leave it. We need to change a couple things first. Basically, this is how you create a screen for the play class, but you need to change the class name, which is of course play instead of menu. Therefore, we need to change the constructor, which is play instead of menu. And the last thing that we need to change is the return value at the end, because remember, menu was 0, but play was 1. So that's how, you know, our game is going to know what one is menu and what one is play. So pretty cool. That is the core basics of how you create a screen. Now to recap, we can finally recap. In order to do that, say we're working, of course, whatever package we're working with, import all the crap that we, you know, downloaded. Now make sure you extend from a basic game state, which creates a basic computer screen for your game. Now a constructor in our init is going to be where we're doing our housekeeping stuff. The render is going to be responsible for drawing graphics. The update is going to be responsible for updating those or moving them around, and the get ID pretty much returns the ID of that state. Now if we hop back to our main master class, check it out. Oh, no errors whatsoever. So we could go ahead and run this game, and it says, okay, very exciting, huh? It says the frames per second, and you know, not a lot going on here. So, you know, I don't think I would get up right now and try to sell this for millions of dollars. We probably need to change a couple more things on it, maybe add an image or something. But hey, we have all the time in the world to work on that. We'll do those in the next tutorial. So anyways, thank you guys so far. And yes, so remember, please, don't forget to add me on Twitter, Google+, and I'll see you on the forums. See ya.